What's up? What's up? Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to tell you, do not give up at all, right? Do not give up. Whatever you're going through right now, God, the divine, will never put you through something that you cannot handle. God will never put you into something that you cannot handle. Okay? Sometimes we're going through things that we have no idea why. We have no idea the reason that we're going through all these things, but stay firm on your belief that he will come through for you or she will come through for you. Whatever you believe in will come true for you because we cannot give up. We cannot give in, man. We gotta stay strong because we are strong. That's why the Bible say, let the weak say, I am strong, because we are strong. Your isolation is not in vain, man. It's not just for nothing. It's for us to learn and to grow, to reflect, to look ourselves in the mirror and see where we went wrong at. Sometimes everything is going right, but we make one mistake, we can lose it all. We can lose everything in one mistake. And I'm a testimony to that. When I thought everything was going fine, was going well, that's when everything crumbles. And I have to be, God sent me in a place where that I have to learn. I have to reflect. I have to learn. I have to look at myself and understand that whatever happens to me, and it's part of my own detriment, right? Whatever happens to me is because of me. Nothing happens to me because it's somebody else. Everything that happens to me because of me, right? I make my own mistakes. When you make your own bed, you have to lay on it, right? You have to lay on your own bed. Sometimes the divine will put you in a situation for you to grow, for you to understand yourself, for you to learn, for you to see where you went wrong at. Because sometimes we're not right with God, man. We're not right with the divine. And we're doing everything else but being right with the divine. And sometimes the divine have to take some of the things that you love away from you for you to realize that you wasn't there with him, with the divine, right? You wasn't there with the divine. And spiritually or mentally, you have to come to a realization that if you was already good, the divine would not, put you through things just because you're good, right? Sometimes spiritually, if we're weak, we have to be strong. Mentally, if we're weak, we have to become strong. Physically as well, all right? And sometimes, I'm somebody that's always thought that, the more materialistic I am, the better I would be. But I realized that materialistic don't mean nothing, all right? Without your faith, without your belief, without your health, those things don't mean nothing because you can lose it all in one day. But the biggest thing is, how do you bounce back, right? Do you stay firm? Do you crumble? Or do you use the divine to give you strength? Get right with the divine so you can be stronger spiritually, stronger on your faith, stronger on your belief, stronger, and the your mindset supposed to be strong as well. Emotionally, you have to be strong as well. That's a lot of things that I know that I had to um, work on. I had to work on myself internally, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Man, I was a mess. I was messed up, man. I can say that I was messed up a little bit, not messed up in a way that like I'm all crazy, fucked up or nothing like that. But like I know who I am, but my faith wasn't always the strongest, right? My belief wasn't always the strongest. I have to be tested. I have to be put into the battle test, right? In the battlefield. Okay. Uh, I am an Aries, man. I have, I am fudge, man, with the fire, by the fire, you know. So I'm no stranger to difficulties, battles, and stuff like that. I've been through it all, man. I've been through it all. Since I've been younger, I've been through a lot of things in my life and things that I didn't realize, until I got older that I have to even fix that I didn't fix before I had to look back and say, like that happened. How did I cope with it? Did I fix that? Did I resolve that issue? Majority of the time, and we have problems that we never fix. We have issues that we never resolve. And later on in life, those issues come and hung us, right? So I had to look myself in the mirror and work on myself spiritually, mentally, physically, man. I had to go within myself, man, and look at myself and say, okay, there's a few things that you have to work on. And I know a lot of us have to do that. A lot of us have to do that. Some of us don't have to go into isolation. Some of us don't have to go through battles and warfare um, to understand those things, right? And kudos to everybody who never had to go through these things, man. If you could look yourself in the mirror without God, testing you, um, putting you into some type of test, some type of battle, congratulations. But some of us have to go through it, and I am one of them. And I'm in my season right now, the season where I have to basically stay strong, be stronger than I was before. And I thank God for strength. I thank God for the ability to work on myself, that, for the time being, to work on myself, to look myself in the mirror, to recognize that there's few things that I need to fix in me. Sometimes when you're too comfortable, you don't see these things, right? You don't think that you need to fix things or work on things until, it might be too late for you. And we have to thank the divine. I have to thank the divine that it didn't wait till it's too late for me to learn, okay? To be stronger, to be more intelligent, to be aware. You have to be aware. You have to be intelligent, man. You have to ask yourself questions. You have to hold yourself accountable for things. Sometimes, man, it's not a weakness at all, man. If you have to cry, you cry, man. The strongest cried, man. Like, people think, I used to think that, I used to tell my son that, man, you gotta man up, stop crying. I didn't realize that even Christ cried, even Christ cried, man. So sometimes even the strongest, man, the strongest lion will cry. Not because you're weak, not because you're afraid. It's just because sometimes you have to shed some tears. Sometimes it's even tears of joy, tears of regret, maybe, or tears of strength. Okay, you have to go through it all, man. You have to battle test it, man. Without a battle, You will never know where you at strongly, mentally, physically, where you at if you're strong enough. You have to go through the fire to know that you can't be burnt. Okay? You have to go through the mud sometimes to come out clean. You don't have to go to hell to get to heaven, though. I don't like that word, but I hear it all the time. You gotta go to hell to get to heaven. But thank God I don't have to go to hell to get to heaven. But I have to learn a few things along the way. Um, as a man, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror sometimes, man, because that's something that sometimes we think we're so strong, and because we are men, we feel like we have to be strong all the time. We don't have to be strong all the time, and sometimes we gotta soften it up. We have to soften it up, man. Don't hold everything inside you, man. If you gotta go see therapy, go see a therapist, man. If you gotta talk to somebody, man. Don't let it all in. Don't hold it all in. You gotta let it out sometimes. There is no testament without there is no testimony without a test, bro. Sis. You have to have a test. You have to go through a test to even have a testimony. Nothing just happened just because the divine, just doing things to you. Divine wants you to learn, whatever it may be, man, whatever happens. It's a way for us to learn. It's a way for us to look at ourselves in the mirror and say there's something I have to change. Whether it's in our finances, we have to learn to fix that. Relationships, we have to learn to fix those. Even relationship with ourselves, man. Sometimes we don't even have a great relationship with ourselves. Man, I used to talk consciously all the time, man. In the conscious side of life, I used to be a conscious creator, right? I used to create conscious content a lot. I mean, not just that, I used to always say that, like, consciously we have to be there for ourselves. And even though I was creating a lot of this content, I was giving people advice on the side of things. It looked like I never really take advice for myself. I wasn't doing the things that I was preaching, right? That's the biggest thing that we do. We preach, but we don't take the advice, right? We just preach, preach, preach. We give advice to other people, but we're not using the same advice that for ourselves. And sometimes that way we fall flat on our face because we can sit here and give people advice. We can sit here and give people advice. Are you giving yourself some advice? Are you taking the advice that you're giving to people? Are you using it? Do you have love inside yourself enough to forgive people? To forgive yourself, first of all. Can you forgive yourself? Forgive yourself and then start forgiving people. Even the people that do you wrong or did you wrong. You have to learn to forgive those people too. You have to pray for those who hurt you. Even the Bible say that, man, you got to pray for your enemies, man. Pray for those that hurt you. Not for things to happen to them, but for them to come closer to the divine. For them to come closer to themselves, to realize in themselves that, they have to be right or get right with the divine. When you pray for people, pray for great things to happen to them. Pray so they can repent, just like you repent in yourself. Not just going to the church, listen to the preacher preaching, and then you're not using the discernment. You're not getting close to the divine. because you don't need anybody else to get close to the divine. You have to do it on your own. Doesn't matter if you grew up in the church or how long you've been going to church for. Certain things you have to get them done on your own. You had to get closer to the divine on your own. That's why when uh the dude Nicodemus asked Jesus, how can you be born again? How can you go to heaven? He told him you have to be born again. Not a baby go back inside your mother's room, but you have to get rid of all your old teaching, right? Relearn the things that you need to relearn. Okay? That's how you reborn again. Not the same old concept that you had on your mind or in your head since you was a kid and you 40, 50 years old and you still have the same concept. Even though you know that those have not taken you anywhere, but you haven't learned and relearned, you have to reborn again. Is basically leave your old ways behind and adapt to the new ways. All right? Give up your old teaching or your old concept to adapt to the new concept. Because the divine is within you, regardless, it's not outside. It's outside and it's within. So, the divine is outside and also within you. So you have to find it within you for you to be able to see it outside, right? You have to have the divine within you to see it in somebody else, right? That's why you have to forgive yourself first in order for you to forgive anybody else. You have to love yourself first for you to be able to love anybody else, okay? Don't give up. Ask the divine for discernment. Ask the divine to help you to forgive yourself, to forgive you, so you can forgive other people. Ask the divine to make you strong, so you can have strength to help other people. Ask the divine to reveal to you what is not good in you so you can correct them, so you can also help other people correct what's wrong with them. And I thank the divine for everything, for where I've been and what I've been learning. It's not an easy road, of self-rediscovery or self-strength to be strong. It's not an easy road. If I sit here and say it's easy to be strong, it's easy to go through things and without having no hate and some type of feeling in your heart, I'm lying. But I know it's not easy to forgive people. It's not easy to forget and move on. It's not easy to reborn again. It's not easy to leave your old self behind and become new. Where you say all the old things are past, now you become a new creature. That's what the being reborn is, right? You become not a new person, you're still the same person, but you have grew, right? You grew, you left the old things behind. Okay, you left the old things behind. That's what it meant, okay? Enable for us to grow, we have to leave some of the things behind, all the baggage that we had in the past. We cannot move forward with them. That's the only way, man. And don't give up on yourself. And don't give up on the divine. Ask the divine for discernment, like I said. Ask for help. Talk to people. If you have to go see a therapist, do that. And you're going to basically, thank yourself that you're taking actions to better yourself so you can better your family, your families, your household. That's one thing I ask God, help me be a better, human being, a better leader, a better friend, a better parent, a better husband, a better, son, a better, friend, uncles, cousins. Okay? I ask the divine to help me to be better at every facet of my life and everything that I'm doing, to be better, to know better, to understand better, to be aware, to recognize, And this is all I have for you guys today. And I'll catch you guys next time. Okay?